Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing a VOD review of my last game I played, to show you guys that maybe are newer to the game or maybe aren't the best, some strats and stuff that you can use. Alright guys, so here I am dropping. I had a bit of a late drop, and I see that so this like end of the battle bus, so I see I can't land there as those people are ahead of me because I late dropped. And I land right here, I pick up a lock-on pistol, and I hear someone, which is right over here, so I lock onto him. I don't quite hit him, like 80 damage or whatever, but I don't exactly mess up. And here's the thing, let me pause real quick. You have to pay attention. Like, as you can see here, I was paying attention. I saw that he had a shotgun, so I knew I could not full ascend. So that's one of the things that you really have to be careful with. I saw over here that he had a shotgun, and apparently he was also healing up. So I knew I really had to be careful with it. So anyways, I was being strategic. I made sure that he was not that he was not aiming me down. That I was safe. Alright guys, this isn't exactly the best part of the clip or anything, but as you can see, I heard that dude was gliding down, and I finally saw him, just for my skill to be stolen from someone over there. I hit him 50 damage, and then just for someone to snipe him out of the air. So annoying. Alright guys, another thing you have to be aware of is your surroundings. So here, I ran over here thinking I could get a sword, which I apparently just cannot remember that there are not swords in the game anymore. So, yeah, make sure you remember that. Because, if someone was over there, I could have been dead. Alright, guys, so I was over here, and I was looking for some extra loot that maybe someone forgot behind or something. So, I didn't really find anything much. Pretty much all useless stuff. I was just checking up and down, just making sure there isn't anything that is good. And here's the one thing. You have to be cautious about going through porta potties. I mean, obviously you guys can't hear what I was talking about, but I was being very cautious. I was like, okay, if you go through, you have to be ready. That's one thing. You have to be ready, in situations like that, because you don't know what's gonna happen on the other side. Like a porta potty, it might even not just be a porta potty. It could be anything really. You have to be prepared to fight at any moment. Alright guys, so here I was walking in this hut right here, and I saw a dude on top of this hill, right up here, and anyways, I hear him, I see him, I'm making sure he isn't going for me. Like I said, you have to be careful, especially since I was playing ranked. It was like harder lobbies, obviously. And then here's a great example of how you have to assess the situation. So let's go fight these guys, but I remembered, I have a gray Maven, and that dude right there has a pump, and then I have 3 people spraying at me. So I also had to check my environment to make sure, and I made sure I went over by the geysers. That's a very important thing. You have to always make sure to know your environment and to assess the situation, so that one, you don't get yourself in any bad situations, and two, so you're able to get yourself out. Mosquito bit me. That's annoying. Alright guys, so this is an important detail. I knew that about around 3rd storm phase is when the catches start spawning, and so I was like, okay. I was like, I have a bad shotgun. I can't seem to find a good shotgun other than Mavens and Combats. So I do pick up a blue Combat, but not exactly the best shotgun. So you always have to know your area, because I knew a cache normally spawns around Tilted, and you have to know your information. So I knew it spawned around 3rd zone. In this case, it was 3rd zone. I wasn't 100% sure of that at the time, but now I know it is. Alright guys, disclaimer. Right here, I forgot to actually open the cache. I ran up to it, but accidentally canceled it, so, don't do that. Don't do that. Alright guys, I was pretty scared in the situation here, as there are people all around me. Guy here, there's guy in the mountain, there are people over here in Mega. So, I was making sure the player's safe. That's another thing. You don't just want to get yourself into unnecessary conflict, because it could end you up dead, especially if you don't have the proper equipment. Alright guys, here by this time I was already looted up, and I realized that people started to fight up there. So I had my window open, and I decided to shoot a flare gun up there to exactly see what's going on, as you can see right here. So that when I saw that a dude got marked, so I was like, you know what, full send. I have a good shotgun now. Let's just do it. So I start swinging towards him. I see a dude in the car. I decided to go for him. But as you can see, there's another dude right down here that was doing it with me, which was the dude that I actually marked. So I decided to go off with him. We were kind of spinning around, not really knowing what to do. So I decided to go away, as I was kind of scared, as he did have, as he was on the ground first, so he could always beat me or shotgun me on my way down. That's another thing you want to make sure you don't make dumb decisions. Anyways, I heard that these people were fighting down here, so when I noticed that, I was like, you know what? Perfect opportunity to strike. So you can see up here, I noticed that I marked them so I know where each of them are, and I just grab my mythics, grab my ODM gear, and I swing right towards it. Alright, so back here, I start coming in. I know where each of them are as it's marked. So I do kind of steal a kill there. He was one shot. I was kind of scared when I realized he had a slurp. So you can see the situation here. This dude's coming for me. I'm a little bit wary. Luckily, he doesn't hit me. I get high ground. So, you know, that's always good. And I drop down. I hit him a ton of damage. I end up missing that shot there. I didn't even mean to drop down there. So that's another thing. Make sure you don't screw up like that. I see that he starts running away. I do hit him a couple damage. I only hit one shot on him, though. So, anyways, I start coming for him. I try ODMing him. But unfortunately, he does shoot me. So I can't do that. But just in one tap, I still managed to get the kill. Alright, guys. As you can see here, there's a dude aimed at me. I realized you have to assess the situation. Back to that. So I assessed the situation. I realized that I'm lower than him. He has the first shot. So I use my surroundings. And this is another area which is like, yes, you need to learn your surroundings. You need to learn your geography, Fortnite geography. It sounds weird, but it's true. So I knew there's a wind funnel here, so I made sure to run to here so I'd be able to hit the glider and perhaps run farther. In this scenario, it didn't really take me very far, so I decided to come over to this one then, and to make myself get farther yet. Alright guys, at this point in the game, I was fishing, trying to find some heals to heal myself up, when this guy starts coming towards me, and I wasn't really too scared at first. I was like, yeah, I can get my heals, whatever. I think he must have seen me, he must have seen my fishing pole or something, because he lands in the bush. As you can see here, this is my perspective, I clearly see him. I did not miss that, so I hit him with the marker, and I full send at him. I used the Spider-Man to get up close. I unfortunately missed my shot there, and I am lagging around kind of, as this I did have a pretty big lag spike, so I was kind of scared, was kind of playing it safe, while still W-keying, and anyways, I saw him there, and I do not always 100% recommend this, because, as you just saw, I edit the thing as he was there, and I did end up getting killed, but he still hit me over 50 damage. So I do not always recommend doing that, as that wasn't technically like a 50-50, but easily could have been. Like, he easily could have, like, finished me in a, you know, it was kind of a 50-50, but just not in a normal situation. Alright guys, at this point in time, I saw this guy, I started going for him. Unfortunately, I missed my pump shot. But I end up getting third party by this guy, and I accidentally take this guy's wall. I don't even know it, and I realized that. I do hit him a couple damage, only like 30, but you know I'm still being cautious of the dude back here. So anyways, I come in, I still steal his wall though, so you know that's always good. That's always wonderful. And, well, I'm trying to steal his wall. Let me clarify that. He ends up coming out, and I still managed to W-key him. He did kind of 50-50 there, just letting himself in the open. So make sure you never do that. And if that happens on the opposing side, make sure to practice your aim so that you're managed to be the first one out. You manage to be the one that survives. Alright guys, so at this point in time, I've come up to Loot Island, see if there's anything left. I was only at 79 health, or 80 health, which isn't exactly bad, but I saw a Meg Tit, so I decided to, you know, finish her off, get 200, because, you know, you never want to be one pump, that's never fun. So anyways, once I get healed up, I hear someone, so I come over here, I'm waiting, and then I hear someone rift, and then I had already had my 2 walls set up, so he runs into here, and I see my opportunity, so I come in, I edit my wall open, I get a nice pump on him, and then I gauge the fight. So he's already lower than me, I'm at 200 health, so I already know I'm in a good situation. Unfortunately he ran away, I did not know that there, so I tried marking island, and when I realized he ran away, and I thought, right, let me say this again. know your surroundings. You have to make sure you know your surroundings, whether it's with the slipstreams back there or with like the bushes over here. You have to make sure you know your surroundings. So I was like, okay, he couldn't have made it far. I know there are bushes and trees in here, plenty of them. So he's probably hiding here. So I throw another thing. I see that he's right in this bush here. So I hit him a couple times with my pulse rifle, and I just finish him off with a pump. So that's nothing. I assessed the situation. I knew he was lower than me. I knew I had the advantage, and I knew my surroundings. So you always have to make sure to study your surroundings and make sure and don't make dumb decisions. Alright, so so this one dude decides to third party me. I hit him out of the air, and I hit him a couple damage, so I know I was winning this. I was still very cautious though, because honestly I was kind of scared, because the last people weren't exactly the best, and this dude, he wasn't great, he was still better than them. So I was being very cautious, and I tried taking his wall. Unfortunately, I could not do so, and he did hit me a couple damage. Luckily, it was not very much, and as you can see here, with being in storm and stuff, I'm playing like very cautiously. Like I said, you don't want to make dumb decisions. I did end up taking his wall, and then the build fight was engaged. I am missing my shots though. I don't know. I was kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie. So anyways, I build my wall there. He tries coming around. He decides to break me. I hit him a couple damage. As you can see here, my health is dropping, but luckily I took a slurp juice, so it's slowly going back up. But unfortunately, it does not last long. I failed to get a couple more shots on him, so I tried taking high ground. As you can see here, I tried taking high ground. Unfortunately, he was there, and at this point, my slurp juice has stopped, or it's about to stop, and I pretty much die. But right after I die, this dude dies also. So that's another thing. You know, if you're either person, make sure, like for my scenario, you have to make sure that you're healed up, and I was too focused on the fight that I was not focusing on my heals. Like while I should be focused on the fight, what I should have done, I should have boxed up, pop a slurp juice, and continue with the fight, so I did not die. And this guy, maybe he should have done the same, or he should have left earlier, as he saw that I may have been the better player. Maybe not in that scenario. I was missing all my shots. But you have to assess the situation. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by. If you liked the video, give a thumbs up. And hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And if you like this kind of video, leave a comment below of what you think I should do next, or some video ideas of what you think I should do. I'm always open to suggestions, so make sure to do that. And hopefully you guys liked today's video. Hopefully I managed to help some of you guys and whatever. So yeah, keep up the great work. By the way guys, what do you guys think about ODM Gear versus Spider-Man Mythics? Please leave it in the comments below. Like, genuinely, I've had so many debates with this. I like the ODM Gear Mythics generally more because I'm able to get more use with, like, fighting and stuff. But Spider-Man Mythics are great for rotating. I will give you guys that for people like Spider-Man Mythics.